Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. In this video I'll be showing you how to build a silent item frame combination lock. This small contraption uses no pistons, so there is no way of hearing when the correct item rotation is selected. So let's put in the correct combination. The door opens. If we quickly change this one, you can see it will close again. And so let's go through. Here is the contraption. You should be able to see that it is modular, which means you can add as many item frames as you like. These are the outputs and they are all wired up to the door. Let's look at a lone item frame lock. The input is obviously the item frame at the front, and the way we determine what rotation the item must be in is with this hopper at the side. The amount of items will create a stronger or weaker signal for this comparator. Its output is connected to our item frame comparator. This means if the input is lower, we will have no output and the torch at the back will stay on. When stronger, the comparator will output a signal that turns off the torch. And when even stronger, this piece of redstone will be powered, so the repeater will turn on and override our output, turning the torch back on. So to use these together, we have to hook up our outputs to the same line of redstone. If any of the item frames are incorrect, then a torch will turn on, and the line of redstone, which is our output, will be powered, so all of them have to turn off for the redstone here to change. There are also a few different ways you can design this lock. They all do the same thing with slightly different dimensions and outputs in different places, but it is this one in the middle that I'm going to show you how to build in our tutorial. For each individual item frame lock in your contraption, you are going to need these materials. We have 4 pieces of redstone, 4 comparators, a repeater, a redstone torch, a hopper, an item frame. You're going to need an item to go inside that as well, and 10 building blocks. Now that's for each individual item frame lock, so multiply that by the amount that you want, and also bring some additional building blocks and redstone to wire up the outputs together. But let's start off with the block that's going to have the item frame on. That seems like the most logical place to start. So there's the block, there's the item frame and an item inside of it. On the back side of this, you want to place a block down here for your comparator and a block to the side of it. So this comparator needs to be on subtract mode, place a piece of redstone right there, and then another block down here with a comparator facing into it, and behind that comparator you want to put a hopper, and then around this an additional 3 blocks. So at the front here, just place a block in front of that comparator, one to the side of it, put 2 pieces of redstone up the top here, another block on top of that one to stop them from connecting, and then at the back here we have 2 comparators, a repeater on top of the hopper, and then a piece of redstone here, and then last of all we need to put our output down, so that's a block at the end here with a torch on it. Now the torch can be on the top or on the back, it really doesn't matter, but that is your output. I've now built an additional 2 item frame locks, and I'm going to show you how to wire these up together. Now it may seem fairly obvious, you just got to throw down a bunch of blocks and a bunch of redstone, but the thing is, if you have a lot of these and you've got a redstone torch further down the line, it may not be able to power all the way down to your output. So one thing you can do is place down repeaters pointing towards your output. Now with no items in the hopper, the default position of the item frame will be the correct one for the torch to turn off at the back. So we're going to call that position 1, then position 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 will require items inside of the hopper to make it the correct one. So I'm going to put those numbers on the screen now. You can pause the video and use them as a reference. So the output from your combination lock is going to be turned on when it's incorrect. That means if you've got something that needs to be powered when correct, you use a torch to invert the signal, and if you've got something that needs to be unpowered when correct, then you would need a repeater here to power the signal that goes to whatever it is you're hooking up to this item frame lock. But that is it for this Minecraft tutorial. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like, it will always be appreciated, and if you need a world download, there's one available on my website www.xisumavoid.com, so be sure to go there and check it out. There is a link in the description box. But that is it for this one, so as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.